Shalom, shalom, it's the brother Yahweh Shapat, coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Alahayyanawa by Hashem, Hamashiach Yahweh Shah. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and rule well in these scriptures. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. This is 2nd Esdras 15:1. And I'm going to just kind of, in this lesson, I'm going to go through, certain points in 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter. Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, willingness is edifying. This is 2nd Esdras 15:1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. And I like bringing out this particular precept, and I'm going to just flow through the spirit, but like I said, I'm going to try and stick to 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter. I might just make this an open forum. Just depends on what the spirit, is on me to do. But, no man actually wrote anything in paper without the inspiration of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah behind it. So you can say the Lord used men to express his word, man. Hey, the Lord used men to publish his word, but the Lord gave the word. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, you can't say men wrote this Bible. Men, well, you can say that, but who inspired them to write it? Hey, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah did, man. Let me get it's the book of Psalms. So this is Salakia. This is Psalm 68:11. The Lord gave the word. Great was the company of those that published it. So the Lord gave the word, but there was a great company of prophets, who published the word. Like Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Habakkuk, et cetera, et cetera. Hey, the Lord put the spirit on these men to write down the word that they received of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. So that's how that's where we got this word from, man. But I wanted to get into 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter, because 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter, is getting ready to come to life. The Passover was yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And right now we in a feast of unleavened bread. I do believe that the Lord's gonna crank up, the heat. I believe that we are in the end game, man, and this could very well have been our last Passover. Lord willing, that is the case. Because the sooner we out of this hellhole, man, the better. This is 2nd Esdras 15, and I'm gonna skip down. Well, actually, I'm gonna just keep reading. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. So you can't be worried about these scoffers and scorners and unbelievers, man. Because they gonna be all put to death. You know what I'm saying? This is verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Hey, man, the Lord is just as angry as we are, man. Like the scriptures talk about how Lot was vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. Hey, man, the elect sigh and cry day and night for the abominations that be done in the midst of this place, man. And it's just getting worse and worse. So all you moles, all you, lesbos, all you adulterers, all you murderers, all you coveters. Hey, the Lord is gonna put all of you to death, man. Because every wicked thing that you can think of, Jake has exceedingly grown worse in it, man. And we can't forget Esau, Edom. He's that, but see, they behave like the ruler that they're under. You know what I'm saying? So we could definitely always link everything back to Esau, but hey, 2/3 of our people, man, they're spiritual heathens. You know, so the Lord ain't dealing with them right now, and some of our people have surpassed the deeds of the wicked. You know what I'm saying? And hey, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is gonna bring judgment for every wicked work under the sun, man. It's all gonna play out here on this earth. I know, you got these guys that either broke off, or some guys that are, in these other Israelite camps, they teaching the hell doctrine. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai ain't sending nobody to hell, man. Hey, if you a part of the 2/3 club, you're gonna die here. Your judgment is gonna be fulfilled here on earth. You're not gonna go to hell, man. And ultimately, all Israel shall be saved. 2/3 that are gonna die and perish on this side, they're gonna come back through the elect, in the kingdom. Hey, via a lot of sex. You know what I'm saying? Hey, keeping it funky, man. So I'm gonna keep reading. It says, therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Hey, man, so the elect are sighing and crying, man. And the Lord, hey, he hears these cries. And ultimately, man, the Lord is gonna set a mark of exemption from judgment on the men of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, on the hopeful elect in the 1/3. And the 2/3, they're gonna be marked for death. Whether you're a man, woman, or child, hey, if you get offended at that, that's on you. But most of our people, they don't understand the judgment of the Lord. Even if it's a child that gets put to death, you always, like the disciples, when they walked, when they was walking with Yahweh Shai, and they came upon that blind man, that the scriptures speak about, and they asked Yahweh Shai, who sinned, this man or his parents, that he should be born blind? And hey, Yahweh Shai told him neither he nor his parents, but it was sanctioned for him to be born blind, so that Yahweh Shai could perform that miracle on him. Which that's your part, man. And hey, even in that, that's an example of how your parents going off could cause you to be judged, or you going off. We're paying from the sins of our past life. So a lot of these children, they're I believe, yeah. So 2/3, they said, let Yahweh Shai's blood be upon us and our children forever. So hey, man, those same people who had our Lord crucified, they're back here again in the reincarnation. Their children are back here again. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that in mind as well. I'm going to go to Ezekiel, the 9th chapter. So this is Ezekiel 9:4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry, for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city, and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. So, hey, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is gonna send these spirits of vengeance out, man. And they're going to, hey, whoever doesn't have that mark of exemption for judgment, you're gonna be put to death, man. Whether you old or young, man or woman or child, it's not gonna matter. The Lord has no respect to persons. If that's your lot, that's your lot, man. And part of the Lord bringing the judgment that Second Esdras speaks of, hey, he's gonna send out these spirits of vengeance, man. So this is Ecclesiasticus 39 and verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. So when the Lord sends these death angels out, hey, man, they going to get busy. You know what I'm saying? So they're not going to spare. They're not going to, transgress the Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua's word, man. Whatever that they get told to do, they're going to do it and delight in it. So I'm going to jump back to 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter. Hey, coming back to what I had read earlier. 2nd Esdras 15 and 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. These spirits of vengeance are getting ready to be unleashed. So our main focus needs to be getting right with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man. Of course, there's a lot of distractions out there, but if you're a part of the elect, ultimately, you won't be deceived by any of this bullshit, man. You're going to be able to see through it, Because, Esau got a lot of distractions set up, man, and the scriptures talk about how, that if it were possible, even the very elect would be deceived, roughly paraphrasing that scripture. So, man, it's about to get real wicked out here, man. We headed into some perilous times. This is 2nd Esdras 15, and I'm gonna keep reading. I'm gonna go to verse 9. And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Now, when it's talking about Egypt, is it speaking about ancient Egypt? No. It's speaking about the place that we're in now. This place is spiritual Sodom and Egypt. This is Revelation 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. So, hey, man, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man, is not going to suffer us to dwell here, man. There will be a second Exodus, which I'm going to say that for another lesson, but there will be a second Exodus, and, it'll be of us coming out of this place, man, by way of the chariots, which is our deliverance. If you're a part of the elect, man, when all hell breaks loose right before the missiles hit, you're going to be taken up upon a chariot, man, and you're going to be changed. Like I said, I'm going to stick to the point, yeah, man, so we're in spiritual Sodom and Egypt today, that's where we are. And the Lord is going to deliver his elect out of this place. This is 2nd Esdras 15 and 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. So that's what you have, man. Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to destroy this place, just as he did ancient Egypt, by way of pestilence, plagues, famines. All of those sore destructions that were brought upon Egypt are going to be brought upon this place, man, and rightfully so. You know, if you look around you, you know, you'll realize there's a lot of reasons why we need to get the hell up out of here, man. Everything we eat is defiled. The water we bathe in and drink is defiled, which I know brothers ain't, you know what I'm saying? If you still drinking tap water, brother, you know, something might be wrong there. You know, hey, brothers don't drink water from the tap, from what I can understand. I stopped doing it a long time ago. I mean, occasionally, like if I'm at work, because it basically filtered water is still coming from the tap. You know, I usually, I try to stick to spring water. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, you know, sometimes you might be in a bind and you might be at work and you might be thirsty. You might have to do what you got to do. But for the most part, man, I try to avoid tap water because it's plenty of poisons in it. You know, and that's a known fact. There's pharmaceutical drugs in there. The pipes that the water is flowing through, those are filthy. You know, so, man, we got to get the hell up out of here, man. You know, our women are out of order. Our children are out of order. You know, everything is upside down. So, you know, you got to think, man. That's why we get on Jake like, hey, y'all wanna stay here? You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, that's why Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, said what he said in Isaiah the 30th chapter, man. You know, woe to the rebellious children who take a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin unto sin. You know, roughly paraphrasing that scripture. You know, Jake into everything but being who they are, which we're Hebrew Israelites. You know, we're not you know, like these other nations. You know, this is and ultimately this ain't our resting place, man. The Lord didn't bring you here to build a life. The Lord brought you over here to suffer. This is captivity. You know, if you happen to, you know, get a home or whatever, man, that's cool. But to think that you gonna live here and live the rest, and especially this generation, you're not gonna live here and live out the rest of your life here, man. This place is done. So whatever you do have, and that goes for all of us, we gonna lose it. Everything you see is temporary. You know what I'm saying? So the spirit you ought to be in is, hey, I'm just trying to survive until the Lord returns and comes to deliver us. But ultimately, your hope ought to be on being beamed up on a chariot, because there is nothing else. You know, and like, hey, man, people that you talk to in everyday life, these people are delusional, man. Well, I can't wait for 10 more years here. In the next 20 years, I plan, man, hey, you know, that's how you can tell, man, when somebody ain't, you know, privy to what's going on. You can tell when somebody doesn't pay attention to economics, to, you know, hey, just the morale of this place, how it's on a steep decline. You know, you can tell when somebody's, you know, pretty much when they got their head up their ass, man, concerning what's going on around them. This place is done, you know. But I don't want to, I'm Salakia for ranting. This is 2 Esdras 15 and verse 13. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through with blasting, Salakia, through the blasting and hail, and with the fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. You know, there are going to be racial tensions that lead to violence, man. You know, here in Babylon the Great, you already have a civil war brewing. They're making movies about it. You know, people are talking about it on a daily. So it's not a matter of if it's gonna happen, it's when. And it's definitely on the horizon, man. In the very near future, all of these things are gonna play out. You know, that movie Civil War, I believe it'll be coming out in a few months. You know, Lord willing, I can take a trip and go up there and see it. You know, but yeah, man. You know, the elites, they have a way of, letting you know what's gonna happen before it actually does happen. You know what I'm saying? So these movies, these movies are made for the people who are in the know. You know, if you're just a regular individual and you don't have any spiritual um foresight, these movies just like they're regular films to you. You look at them for entertainment, but those of us who are in the know, we know to pick the meat from the bones when watching these movies, because the elites, they drop clues in these movies to what clues to what's gonna happen. What their plans are moving forward. And their plans is to cause chaos and bring their form of order through draconian measures. And one of the biggest draconian measures that they're gonna bring is gonna be that MOTB, man, that C-hip. So all hell's getting ready to break loose, man. This place is gonna turn into a Mad Max movie. This is 2 Esdras 15, and I'm gonna skip down to verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. No, they're gonna implement martial law. You're gonna have checkpoints. You're gonna have army, UN troops on the ground, man. You know what I'm saying? They're already here amongst us. They just waiting on that call. But this place is gonna turn into one big prison. You're not gonna be able to go to and from wherever you want to freely. That's gonna become a reality very, very soon. They're gonna lock these cities down, man, like something you've never seen before. Let me see here. For because of that, I'm reading verse 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be destroyed, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. I just did a lesson on how these women are gonna get humble. A man that doesn't have a Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua dealing with him, you don't have the guidance of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua and the angels in these last days to come. These men are gonna, you're gonna see men become afraid, man. You're gonna see men bug the hell out, tough men, big strong men. Hey, and these women, man, a lot of them are gonna lose their husbands. A lot of you Israelite women are gonna be put to death. The few sisters that that do end up making it, hey, it's gonna be very few that actually do make it to a man of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And the reason for Isaiah 4:1, hey, that's gonna become a norm. A man having more than one woman. It's gonna be to a point where y'all already outnumber men anyway. Hey, that gap is gonna close closer and closer as we get toward the end of this man's kingdom. A lot of men are gonna perish, and the men that are left, hey man, they're gonna have to have more than one woman. That's just gonna be the way the Lord's gonna have that math add up, man. But yeah, Jacob's trouble is on the horizon. You know what I'm saying? And it speaks about, the scriptures speak about men's hearts failing them for fear. Hey man, the end is gonna be like what we gonna see going out of this man's kingdom, the end of this place. It's gonna be like something that you can't even captivate and put into a movie. We gonna have all hell breaking loose And not to mention Leviathan is gonna be on the loose, man. So hey, we gonna see some shit, brothers. Salaki, excuse my language, but we gonna experience some things never seen or heard of before. This is Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great. Well, actually, I'm gonna start from verse 5. This is Jeremiah 30:5. For thus saith Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Who's that he? Who's going to be saved out of it, man? The elect, you know? But, hey, man, you going to have men, you know what I'm saying, pretty much, bitching up out here, man. Hey, if they don't have that spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai on them, dealing with them, if they don't got the Rakah Kwadash, man, they're not going to be stable. They're not going to be able to see what they're going to see and still be able to have a still mind. You got these people that these moles, they love to celebrate Pride Month every year. They love to. This place is filthy spiritually, man. And that sodomite spirit is running rampant right now. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord is that's going to be one of the main reasons that the Lord destroys this place by fire. The destruction of Babylon the Great will be, in direct correlation with the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. Except that this destruction is going to be worse. The destruction that the Lord is going to bring upon this place is going to be worse than the destruction that he brought upon Sodom and Gomorrah. But this place is going to be destroyed with thermonuclear missiles and the fire from the chariots. And rightfully so, man. This place got to fucking go. The shit that you see, man, being a man of the Lord, the shit that you see in your everyday life, it pisses you off. This place is depressing and oppressing. And man, hey, Jake ready to get the hell up out of here. Us being a man of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, we understand that it's going to be we're going to go through a rough time getting up out of here, but we're ready to go through that rough time rather than stay a day longer. Hey, man, we understand going up out of here it's going to be rough, but we still ready to deal with that and take that head on through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. We not scared of losing our lives in this thing. We not scared of all hell breaking loose. Hey, our power is going to bring that. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is going to bring all the hell, so he's going to make sure that we can make it through it as well. I'm going to get, this is verse 19, 2 Esdras 15 and 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread for great tribulation. The Joker, he says something that I always bring this out. When Heath Ledger played the Joker, he said these people are only good as society allows them to be. And when the chips are down, these civilized people, they'll eat each other. Hey, cannibalism is coming back in a great fashion. You're gonna see that. You're gonna have people stealing from each other, killing each other just in the name of survival. So when Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai brings that famine upon this place, hey, you're gonna see people's true colors, man. You're gonna see your neighbor gonna be willing to put you to death over some fucking bread, man. Hey, man, and like I said, man, things are gonna get very, 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 very perilous in these last days, man. You know, in 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter, it goes into that in detail. Because, you know, things are going to get so bad, you're going to have friends betraying one another. You're going to have family betraying one another, you know? So I'm a pretty much, I'm going to close this lesson out. Lord willing, this was edifying. You know what I'm saying? You know, we almost out of here, man. You know, and, even though, you know, we gon' see a lot, we gonna experience a lot coming up out of here, man. You know, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is like I said, he's gonna release these spirits of vengeance. So, you know, great death, famine, you know, trouble is coming. But Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is going to deliver us out of the trouble, you know, that he's going to bring. You know, so with that, I'm gonna close this out. Lord willing, this was edifying. And until the next one, I say shalom.